Thanks, you too.
No problem. Today we're going to start with Matt Beauvais.
Okay.
Hey, Sean, I know you said multiple times this week that you guys were going to do what was best for your team heading into week 17. And I was wondering what made this approach that you guys took today the best thing for your team?
Yeah, just like I said, I mean, there's just a lot of variables to go into. It's a long-winded answer, or it could be a long-winded answer, but I'll just keep it short. Just felt like it was right. We wanted to get some guys some opportunities and do what we've been doing, honestly. And I feel like we knew we were going against a good Dolphins team, and wanted to put another good week of work in, and that's really it. So,
thanks, Sean.
Hey, Coach, congrats on the win. How did it feel to kind of take care of your own business? I mean, I know you would have taken the number 2 seed anyway that they gave it to you, but I know you're big on earning the right. So just the value of earning that and assuring that seeding for yourself and your team.
Yeah, I thought the players, the guys really did a good job of being focused this week. Miami was on a longer week, if you will. I think they played last Saturday, where we played Monday night, and so we were on a shorter week. And so they did a good job of getting themselves some rest this week and getting ready to play, which is not easy to do. But I thought they showed their ability to get their focus back and reset after Monday night.
Perfect. Thanks. Good luck next week.
Thanks.
Hey, Sean, congrats on the win, and congrats on sweeping the division for the first time in franchise history. I guess, when you think about that, doing something once again that's never been done for this organization, just what does that mean to you?
Yeah, it's a great accomplishment. It's all about the team, Heather, and just proud that the guys played the way they did today. And the coaches did a good job of coming up with a good game plan so they could execute at that level that you saw today. And, the game didn't really start out the way we wanted it to, but I thought we did a good job of finding our rhythm after a couple minutes there.
When you look at what Isaiah was able to do today, how important is that to see a performance like that, especially given that we don't know what Cole's status is going to be for the playoff game next week?
Yeah, Isaiah, he's such a joy to have around and fun to watch. He's developed so much since coming here. I think just another example of guys coming to Buffalo and becoming the best version of themselves. And, he's well liked on our team, and it brings a lot of energy to what we do. So I really enjoyed watching him play today.
Awesome. Thanks, Sean.
Sure.
Coach, good win today. Mookie Hawkins, Buffalo Sports 1080. How you doing today, sir?
Good, Mookie.
How important was it for you guys to just be even kill, not trying to overdo it with all these playoff scenarios and seeding, just to keep the guys comfortable in what you do as far as a preparation on the week to week?
Yeah, I mean, it's, there's no one has a crystal ball. So, we evaluated some factors, like I've said before, and felt like this was the right approach for us as a team. Every year is different. Every situation's different. Every team's different. So we just felt like this was the right situation for us.
Coach, you finished undefeated in the division, a franchise first. You tied 13 wins, which is a franchise record as well. How much momentum and confidence does this carry on into the new season?
The new season's the new season. We certainly have a lot of work to do. We've got certain things we've got to work on that came up in this game and other games. And so I think if you stay with that right mindset, that we got to earn the right and continue to grow, that's a good, humble approach.
Absolutely, Coach. Hey, job well done. But, like you said, it's a lot to go, and good luck along the way, Coach.
All right. Thanks, Mookie. Appreciate it.
Hey, Sean, it's John Scott. How much of one of those factors was the reality that you may play Miami again next week, and managing whether it's game plan wise or personnel wise, knowing that, a rarity, you could play the same team back-to-back weeks?
Yeah. I've been a part of that one other time, I believe. But we've got a lot of respect for Miami, and so that was obviously one thing that was one variable that was in the overall equation for this week that we had to consider. And so, just again, we tried to get back to, again, at the end of the day, you can sit there and evaluate all these factors and variables and everything, but at the end of the day, what's best for us? And, since we've come here, we've always tried to make decisions with that in mind. So why, would this decision be any different? So that's what we did.
And how do you think your guys handled knowing that they may not play the whole game and maybe guarding against injury? It's the final week, and also executing and playing well out the gate.
Well, I thought they handled it like pros. They were mature about it and professional, and that's what I would expect. And I think that's a sign that they're growing, and these guys are competitive. They want to play, but I thought it was great to see some of the other guys that have worked so hard. Antonio Williams, Mike Love out there, and some other guys that came in and did a great job. I mean, to be able to bring up a guy like Mike Love or Antonio and Nate Becker out there playing, they've worked so hard all year. It's the least we could do to give them a chance, and I thought they did well.
Thanks, Sean.
Hey, Sean, Jason Wolf at the Buffalo News. Congratulations on another big win.
Thanks, Jason.
Now that you have the full regular season behind you, I was curious what more you could say about what Stefon Diggs, what his addition has meant to this franchise, not only the impact that he had on the field this year, but behind the scenes as well.
Yeah, I mean, I mentioned it before. I'm very, very much appreciative and grateful for Steph. Love his approach. He's a team player, extremely competitive, and he really, I think more than anything, he just wants to continue to grow and get better. And I think that's probably been one of the biggest kind of marks that he's had on our team, which is great to see.
You guys rewrote the franchise record book in many respects offensively this year, but what does it mean to you to have a receiver leading the NFL in receptions and receiving yards? This is, we're not just talking all-time Bills.
Yeah, no, I think it's great. I mean,
7 for 76.
Yeah, I think records are great. None of those records are individually accomplished on their own, but certainly appreciate and proud of those guys. I think Tyler broke a record, Steph, Josh, our offense as a whole. So, just great to see and really appreciate it.
I also wanted to ask you about the importance of getting John Brown back healthy, having him get a game in before the playoffs hit, and to see him catch that long touchdown.
Yeah, that was huge. Really, really appreciate the way John's worked to come back, and I thought he got into a good rhythm today with Josh and our offense, which is great to see.
Thanks a lot.
Sure.
Hey, Sean, Mike Catalana, you got me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you, Mike. Go ahead.
Josh was asked about the difference between a year ago going into the playoffs with Houston and now, and he said he's night and day. In a general sense, how's your team a year ago to now in terms of confidence and all those things that it takes to win in the playoffs? How different are you guys now than you were a year ago when you went to Houston?
Yeah, every year is different, Mike. I would hope that we're all better. Every year is different, and I would just tell you that these playoffs, these games are, you're one and done, and you got to bring your A game, and so this AFC is going to be a tough bracket here, if you will. There's good teams all the way throughout, and so we're 13-3, and probably a pretty good chance we're playing an 11-win team in the first round of the playoffs, which is kind of uncommon. But so we got to put the work in. That's it. That's the bottom line. We got to put the work in this week and get our focus back.
And one thing specific to today, you always talk about complementary football. To end the year in a game where your defense scored, your special teams scored, your offense put up, I guess, 40, whatever the number was, you couldn't draw it up much better than that, could you?
Yeah, I mean, it was good to watch. It was, I didn't think we were on our game early. I thought that they were doing a good job, giving them the credit, but we kept our composure, and I thought the players came back and executed at a high level, and then we started really, like you mentioned, complimenting one another, which is fun to watch.
Great, thank you.
Sure.
Hey, Sean. Back when Isaiah McKenzie got here, from that point to now, you guys have added so much to that wide receiver room, tons of competition, and he's come out, he's survived it all. How has he been able to do that?
Yeah, that's what I love about, one of the things I love about him is he's a winner. You track his story, Matt, and I'm sure you've done your research. You track his story, and the guy's just extremely tough, mentally tough, as well as physically tough. But you know, he's continued to show that when the deck is stacked against him, he finds a way to get it done, and that really came up in training camp. I mean, he just kept showing up and showing up and showing up, and I think that's part of the reason why the guys love him so much is because he brings so much of that mentality to our team.
And what does the schedule look like for you the rest of the evening as you get ready to, you know, start what, you know, could be a short week of preparation?
Yeah, so I'm going to go back across the road here and, you know, kind of debrief this game and then get myself set up for the next game. And I'll probably take my stuff home because we won't know potentially until I get home who it could be and when it could be on the short week, to your point. So, I'll be prepared to work tonight if need be here. So,
thanks, Sean.
All right, you got it.
Hey, Sean, DonteLastingBills.com. Can you hear me?
Sure, I got you, buddy.
Congrats on the win, and congrats on passing Chuck Knox for third most wins in franchise history.
Thanks.
How proud are you? Oh, of course. How proud are you with the level of play from your special teams unit this year?
Oh, they've done a great job. You know, Heath Farwell and Matt Smiley have done a great job of leading those guys, and they bring so much juice to our team. And I think on some teams, that unit is more of an afterthought. I think for us is those guys have such a key role in doing what we do and a big hand in the results we've gotten. I think it's fun to watch those guys every week.
Well, congrats again, and thank you for your time.
Sure, thank you.
Yes, good evening, Coach. George Radney, Challenger Community News. Congratulations on another win.
Thanks, George.
And I was around for Ground Chuck, but that was a more dominated running team, but your team is definitely a lot more exciting. We loved the wins back then, but we like them just as much now.
All right, thanks, buddy.
And my question is, how did you go from your first year coaching the Bills? There were a lot of penalties, a lot of things, and each year you've gotten this team to not commit as many penalties. I mean, this season has been unbelievable with not seeing the yellow flags that much. How did you go about getting that discipline, instilling that discipline into the team?
Yeah, I think it's an everyday approach. You know, to place value on discipline and details. You know, the winning is in the margins sometimes, and a lot of times in this league because the talent is so similar across teams for the most part. So I give the guys a lot of credit. The coaches, the position coaches in particular, and the coordinators, they take my message, and connect it to the team and to the guys, and the guys execute. You know, it's hard to win when you're beating yourself. So that's just a key piece for us, and we got to keep that going.
Great, thanks a lot. Good luck with the playoff game coming up.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, Sean, Thad Brown, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I got you, Thad.
You said all week that you had a plan for this game. How much did you stick to that plan as the first half in the game wore on?
Yeah, I'd say fairly well. You know, it never comes out exactly the way you draw it up, but, you know, just wanted to feel the game and see where we were. And there were certain things I wanted to accomplish in the game. We wanted to accomplish in the game. And you know, so it just, you know, I think we were able to get some things done that we wanted to get done, yet obviously, you know, still a lot of work to do.
How important was it for you to make sure the offense or the team, when starters came out of the game, were doing so off a high note, off a success, and maybe to continue the momentum that you'd built the last 3-4 weeks and make sure you're taking that into the postseason?
Yeah, well, we knew the Dolphins were a good team. We have a lot of respect for them, and so wanted to come out and play the way we play and you know, continue to grow in all three phases. And I thought the coaches really did a good job of leading that effort this week.
Thanks a lot, Sean. Appreciate it.
Yep, sure that.
Thanks, Coach. Have a good night.
Hey, guys. Thank you. You too.